I wanted this trip to be all about new experiences. Going on an East Coast trip is something I've always wanted to do. Now let's see where it takes us. Oh my gosh. Hooked up, baby. That is incredible. Look at that one. Yeah. That was what we came out here for, boy. Welcome back. It's exciting. We are about to cross the Canadian border. Yes, we left Chicago this morning. We drove from Chicago all the way to, we are in Port Huron, Michigan right now. So we're crossing the border there. Then we're headed to the beautiful city of Toronto. As you guys know, border crossings are always kind of, you never know what's going to happen. So let's see if we make it across. They might lock me up. They might lock Wes up. You know, you never know what. It's just Wes and I. So we could both be thrown in the Canadian jail and have to have somebody bail us out. Or we could get across perfectly fine and keep going to our final destination of Toronto, Canada. So let's see what happens. This is a good episode. This is a series. This is going to be big.
64 miles. Continue straight.
Welcome back. We have made it to Toronto. We are fishing in the city today. I'm with my man Taro, and we are going to have an absolute blast. New little Googan swim bait. The thing is, we don't know exactly if we're going to catch a bunch of fish. We just want to catch a few fish. And we want to start the video off kind of in a urban setting instead of going out and fishing like Simcoe, fishing kind of, you know, like less populated areas. Right now we are fishing in the heart of the 6, and you guys know Drake. This is where he's from, so we got to catch some fish for Drake today. What do you think?
Let's do it for the drizzy. But you know what? This area is a little bit risque. There's not that many fish here. They can be big, but there is some donkeys in there. But the water is risque. If you look at it, it's so high and scuzzy, so it makes fishing a little bit harder. Like the water level is like 4 feet higher, so you're spreading fish out in more water now, and there's not that many fish here. But there's some big largemouth and some nice smallmouth. So hopefully we get a couple of those. You know what I mean? Let's make this happen.
Free parking.
Sweet, thanks, bro.
Yeah, look at that.
Canadian way. Canadian
way. Americans, you need to be more like Canadians. Just got free parking. He's leaving, we're coming in, and we got free parking. So let's do this. Let's do this. We have arrived at the first spot. We're seeing a bunch of fish. We've seen some pike. We've seen some just like drum. Taro's going all over the place. What's going on?
I'm all excited because I haven't been in here in years, and the water's like 4 feet higher, fishing for bass. And then now there's all these species I've never seen in this area this time of year. We saw drum, pike, gizzard chads. What's next? A bowfin? Saw already 2 carp. Just haven't seen Mr. Largemouth. That's what we're looking for. But we'll take whatever comes, man. It's a hard knock life in the city. Twig, take what is given. What did I get stuck
on? Just snag. It's my buddy, Daryl. He's great at snagging. Just snag the whole time. Look at those shoes. What are those? Nike Air Maxes?
How did I get snagged? Where did I get
Look at this. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. He thinks he's 25. Air Maxes.
It's on some kind of weird thing there. That's bizarre. I've never seen this open.
Are we gonna catch one today?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's not easy. You said, let's do urban. I'm like, okay, we could whack them somewhere else, but you want to go urban? I don't know what I got snagged on. There's some weird stuff there. There's ropes down there and all kinds of treachery. Just want to try the inside of that.
Well, the skyline of Toronto is right behind us there. You can't really tell. You can see a couple famous buildings. We've kind of made a switch. We're going to fish this Marina area, see if we can't flip some jigs. I took the swim bait off, the swim bait that I was trying to catch pike with. We're going to come back to this area and fish for pike, the first spot we fished for, later in the evening once they kind of turn on. They were kind of just like sitting on the bottom. They weren't really chasing our baits or anything, so that's the plan.
Hey guys, you can't be fishing in the lagoons here. You gotta go out.
How's that? Is that a law?
What's that?
Is that the law?
No, it's because you're gonna attach to one of our boats.
But is it the law?
Well, no, you're not allowed to. I can call the police if you want me to. I'm asking you guys to leave though.
Well, I don't know any navigable waterway. I think is applicable water.
You gotta leave or we will call the cops.
Okay.
Because you're going to attach yourself to a boat. That's damage on you guys.
Okay.
I just won't even respond.
What?
I just won't even
Hey, you
respond.
guys, I'm not kidding you. You guys got to go.
Just don't even look at him. I don't know what. Some people just hate you fishing around marinas. There's such you can't own the water. That's the biggest deal. You can't own the water in Canada. You can't own the water in the U.S. And as long as you're respectful, you're not freaking hitting the boats with the docks and just being a complete numbnut, you should be fine. But that guy was a little much, just kind of a little aggressive.
You guys just decided not to listen, eh? That was going to be. You guys not going to listen? Real mature, you guys. Good job. Good job.
But he's not happy.
Beef stew, bro. You guys stewing, and he's beefing. That's what I call his name's Stew. Stuart. Stuart's coming. You know why? He likes to stew, and he likes beef. Good old Stew.
It's crazy if you just don't what I've learned when dealing with people that there's no reason to sit here and argue oh, there's a law that says you can't fish here. He's just well, I'm gonna call the cops, and then you just don't respond, and then they realize that they're in the wrong and they can't really do anything, and then they just leave. So it's just don't waste your breath on people like that. Just keep fishing. Just be respectful, As long as you're good at casting, you're not hitting anybody's boats, nobody's gonna get mad at you.
Gentlemen, you can't be fishing in here, you gotta go. I can easily call the police on you right now.
Do I argue on this one?
No.
You want to know what the issue is?
You can't fish here because your lines will get wrapped around people's rods and that's very expensive to fix. This is private property, you need to leave. You've been asked before already.
You can't own the water, ma'am.
This is a marina, this is a private marina. You can leave
Water.
right now.
You know how bad that'd be if you could own the water?
You're being really immature, you need to get off our property now.
I'm sorry, it's just sad, Such a beautiful
That
country.
you're not respecting people's property?
No, it's just sad that you
That's
think.
kind of sad.
It's just sad that you think that you own something. That's just a natural part.
This marina is private property.
This is water, ma'am.
People
Ma'am, this
live
is Lake
here.
Ontario,
You're in
ma'am.
people's homes. You need to go. I've had
This is
several
water.
complaints already. You need to go. My partner in the office already told you to leave too. So you can go.
I'm sorry. I'm
That
just
was
sorry
last-
that you think that you own the water. It's a beautiful
I'm sorry,
place.
you're very disrespectful.
Sorry you think that way, ma'am.
I don't know. This is just
It's
hilarious.
just hilarious. It'll be funny
I
when.
feel like a criminal fishing. I feel like a criminal fishing. What can I do these days? Hey?
Yeah.
Everything's a lawsuit. If I breathe the wrong way, I'm gonna get sued. I will sue you for throwing that frog underneath that tree. I got lawyers too, bro. I'll countersue.
I just wish they would actually call the cops, because the cops can't. They can't enforce this, because you can't own the water in the state of Canada.
I'm gonna-
in the U.S., it's a beautiful thing.
I'm gonna sue for lost bites, not
The-
wages.
The minute
Lost
that
potential bites.
nobody's ever got a ticket for fishing in a marina, nobody's ever done that. The minute that happens is when we lose our freedom as fishermen. So it's just it's just shitty. And I thought I was pretty respectful there.
You were,
I'm
yeah.
working on myself.
I like
I could
that.
have easily blown up on old Miss Lady there, but I was nice to her. And she's gonna have a rough day now. I'm not gonna let that affect me.
We're going forward.
We're about to catch. We just need to catch one largemouth out of one of these
We have
marinas.
short memories.
We have short memories.
We're like bass. That's good, it's drama in the city. Big things, big problems, but does it let us bother us? No,
No.
we just solve them.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go. Always
go.
forward.
We need to just keep moving forward.
Well, right now I'm going through a little session of depression because I'm in my home and native land, Toronto, where I grew up fishing. And I'm not native, I just look that way. But AP has snagged a carp in the side so far. We've had 2 arguments in a marina over fishing. I feel like a criminal for fishing in a marina, and things aren't looking so good. But things could turn around here. We're going to look at another dead end area. The water's so flooded and everything looks like great cover. Everything's good, and there's not that many fish per capita, so it's a struggle. And we might go for smallmouth after this. We got to make a decision because we're hurting.
There he is, there he is.
Going for it.
Oh.
Because there he is. He's looking at it.
Oh, oh, oh.
Did he go for it? Ah, did he go for it?
I don't know.
You're in there. It's good.
Dang. We snagged another carp, so I decided to put on a little frostbite plastic here and literally try and just finesse one and actually get him to eat it. And then as I was doing that, Terrell snagged a carp, another one, and then we just saw a largemouth bass, the first one ever. So we're doing some big things. You still see him? No? We need to catch something in the mouth. We can't have this video just be a... Oh.
I got him, bud. I got him. Good eye, AP. AP. Bassin. No more, no more assin. It's a largemouth.
That's not bad at all.
I think it's the same one. Just sit there. Got him. Oh, that was cheap on the
Dude,
wacky
yes.
Senko, but we did it. Let's go smallmouth.
We came in here, we just wanted to catch one fish, which is a largemouth bass, to show you the guys that we're literally in the middle of downtown Toronto and we caught a largemouth bass. That's not bad. 2.5 pounds. 2.5 pounds.
I'm just so happy.
We need to fish this for at least 20 more minutes and then go out.
for
Because
sure.
we finally just, I mean,
There could be more in there.
There could be more.
That's good news because the water's so high. The spots are changed. We just don't made you nervous, right? I had to fish it slow though.
Wow, have the conditions changed. We're fishing next to a huge old theater. We are like literally in urban Toronto now, and we're struggling. Taro did land a largemouth bass though, so that's key. We did knock that off the list. So we did catch a bass. We're trying to catch a smallmouth. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, is catch a smallmouth. And it's about 6 o'clock now. So
it's getting kind of hectic.
it's getting prime time to where we need to catch one. But these, like, this is insane. Look at this thing.
Unbelievable. We're on some sci-fi shizzle. Got one?
No, I got something called a rock.
Are you even serious about success, bro? You got one. No, we don't. I'm feeling it.
Have you ever, you can't say that you've done many things in life. We've seen so much crazy stuff, and now we're in the middle of a music festival in Toronto fishing. Look at this, like, look at this.
You saw the raptors? This is crazy. All we need is a giant bass right now. Talking about epicure. Yeah. A cure for the epic. Oh, is that a bed back there? It is a bed. Wait, don't move. Oh my God, a fish on a bed.
There's a fish on it. We just found a fish on a bed next to the music concert. He didn't eat it?
Come on. Get him down. Tell him down, bro. You got him! Oh my gosh! You had him!
Hold on.
You got him! AP! Yeah, buddy!
Hey! In the concert.
Hey! That's so dope, bro. That's some epic shizzle.
My first ever live music concert smallmouth. Look at that. We have a live music
You get the smallmouth at the EDM.
EDM concert going on, and we just got a smallmouth bass. Dude,
Unreal. You gotta give me a hug, man. Oh, I love this little buddy. You're so good. He lost him 2 times. I was gonna kill him. Dad was gonna kill son, but unreal, AP.
well, that is definitely a first for me, going back in the water.
Downtown. Downtown.
There was so much pressure on me. There's like 50 people watching me right now, and I was able to catch that smallmouth. We're definitely getting copyright right now, so we're gonna have to do something with this song. But we've got airplanes, we've got electric music, we've got people. This has just been an unreal day, mixed with some snagging of carp, a big largemouth bass, and that smallmouth on a bed. So it's just like everywhere. It's like everywhere.
In the 6, yo.
In the
Crazy.
In the
And he had people be tripping, cheering for him out there, man. Crazy, right?
We've just located another bedder in this music festival cut. We've gone all day. We've been looking for fish shallow, and the only place we've seen this amount of fish is in the music festival cut. So we're gonna have to stay here, try and catch this one. This one's this is the biggest fish of the day.
Got him.
Got him.
Welcome to the 6! Welcome to the 6!
Look at this.
Smallmouth fish! Woo! Woo!
Look at that right there, in the mouth.
Is that on the Greg Googanus bug?
That is on the little Googan baits drag and drop. That is a nice smallmouth, like
I love this
3
guy.
pounds.
My son is
that.
so good boy. You so good boy, my son. Thank you. Thank you very much. You nice
This
son.
is
Dad child is a child and a dad. I'm shocked.
wow, look at that.
So
It's incredible that we've gone all day. We've been fishing a bunch of different cuts, and this is the spot where we end up finding the smallmouth bass. Gnarly. We have left the EDM concert. That was incredible. To get that lucky to where there's 2 spawning bass, we actually caught them, landed them on camera for you. The last fish, I kind of fumbled it out of my hands. I was going to take a picture. I didn't even get a chance to take a picture. Those smallmouth are just so feisty. Like, dude, both of those fish I threw on the bed the first time they ate it. I missed the first one a couple times, but the second fish just clobbered it. So now we're gonna get out of here. We might hit one more bait up for some pike, but this video is kind of complete now. We came out here, we wanted to catch a smallmouth bass, a largemouth bass, and that's what we did for you guys.